Hi, I'm Connor Quimby, and this is How to Make an Awful Conlang, Episode 4, Morphology and the Making of Words. Before we start with the main content, I'd like to point out some channel things. Recently, I hit 100 subscribers. I know I didn't really mention that previously, even though it's been there for a while. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Also, we have 2 videos that are at or extremely close to 1,000 views. Those are the first 2 How to Make an Awful Conlangs. So that is really great and just amazing for really not advertising. I'm not doing any other social media things for this channel. I do have a Patreon, and I know I'm only at a little above 100 subscribers, so obviously I'm not expecting you to support me, but if you would like to, that'd be great. Now we get on to the episode content. I'd like to start off with something I missed from the last episode: grammatical gender. Grammatical gender is one of the biggest pains you can put into learning a language, and I'm really annoyed with myself that I forgot to include it. Maybe that's what happens when you don't use a script to record your videos. So what I'd recommend doing for grammatical gender to make it awful is for each of your nouns and the articles and their declination, all of that stuff, you have multiple genders. So German has 3 plus the plural. French has, I do believe, 2 plus the plural. English doesn't really have it anymore. I would say maybe 8, maybe 9 grammatical genders. That should be good. When making awful conlang words, you're going to want to have many affixes, you're going to have different declinations, you're going to make these words not follow a pattern. You might have noticed that this video is kind of similar to the previous one with grammar. And with those words, you just need to make them garbage. But that's with pronunciation. Remember, you should have these bad sounds from the second video. You're going to have the horrible tenses from the third video. It's just going to be bad. And remember, in the first video, for my longtime viewers, I mentioned that you should make up some fake words before you do any sound picking. That still holds true. You're kind of just spitting stuff out at this point. And keep going. Remember, don't edit anything. Just keep going. If your word is, let's say you have a nominative noun for table. I don't know, it's the first thing I thought of. Blob. That's the name for a table. Actually, it wouldn't be because that's not following our sounds. But nevertheless, you have affixes for cases, you have affixes for tense, you have, and yeah, tense on a noun. It's, remember, awful. Awful, awful, awful. We're not going to try to drop anything, except sometimes we are going to drop things. Vowel harmony is a big no-no, except sometimes vowel harmony. Maybe vowel harmony with tense. That could work. Remember, this is a very free-flowing experiment. You can really do what you want, and it's your conlang. If you're trying to make this awful, you're doing this seriously, then the more fun you have making it bad, the worse it is going to be. So honestly, with the making of words, the only other tips I have are with past participles. So you're going to want to make those completely different. Remember, similar to the grammar. Imperfect, again, completely different. The other tenses completely different from each other. Morphologically, you're going to want to make your syllables weird, your consonant clusters weird. Other than that, there's really not that much with morphology and making of words. This was kind of just a short layover video. I'm not expecting this to get many views. I took most of this audio in one take even. But I am going to have the big one. And when I say big one, I mean big one next week, which is going to be the writing script. What makes or breaks a language. So, until then, I'm Connor Quimby, and this is How to Make an Awful Conlang. So I know this was a shorter episode and lower quality. I need to get an episode in. Sorry. But if you enjoyed it and my previous ones, I would highly suggest that you smash the like button, subscribe button, all of that stuff. Thank you very much. Connor out.